guys, welcome back. We're finally doing our series. Oh my God, I'm back to singing again. This is going to be our series, 4 parts on narcissism. Now, there's a lot of great YouTubers out there that talk about narcissism, and I'm going to link it eventually down in my channel. I'm going to give you some of the great people that I've learned from, and hopefully you can get onto their channel because they are just absolutely wonderful. Look at this. I had my hair cut. I cut it myself. Anyway, during this quarantine, I hope everyone's being safe. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs like button, put that bell notification on so you can be prepared for this series. Now, we're going to be talking about, I think I'm ready. We're going to be talking about New Attitude with Jamie Carmel first. Let's know the channel, New Attitude with Jamie Carmel. I'm still cute and wonderful. Anyway, we're going to talk about covert narcissism today. Now, there's many different types of narcissism, but we're going to break it down. Today, we're going to talk about covert narcissism. I'm going to bring the most dangerous narcissism into the first video because I think it's really important that you know the first one, the most dangerous one. Now, everyone probably thinks the most loudest one, the overt narcissism, is the person that's the worst, but actually, no, it's the covert one, the one that's very quiet, very subdued. We're going to break it down first. We're going to talk about what is narcissism. You know, what is a narcissist? Because that's been thrown around. Everyone's thrown, oh, he's such a narcissist. You're such a narcissist. You're so in love with yourself. You're so this. And the truth of the matter is that is not true. That is not true. Now, everybody thinks that, you know, well, a narcissist thinks very high of themselves and they love themselves and they think they're better than everybody else and they think they're wonderful. But that's all false. These people have no self-esteem. They have none whatsoever. They want you to believe that they feel that way about themselves, but they don't feel that way about themselves. That's why they hurt you. That's why they actually try to destroy you, because they don't have that feeling of love and compassion that we all do. You know, the people that aren't narcissists, they don't have that. They don't have that feeling of empathy and caring. So when you hear that word thrown around, every time I hear that, I just shake my head. I'm like, baby, you don't know what narcissism really is. Narcissism is destructive. It's dangerous. And I know because every single person I've ever gotten involved with, romantically, I believe, has been a narcissist. And I'm going to go into it later on in my videos of why I ended up with a narcissist, because I had a family member that was a narcissist. And when you grow up in that kind of situation, it's hard. You can either, if you have an empath, and we're going to talk about empaths, people that aren't narcissists, but they stay with narcissists. When you have an empath that helps raise you, and you have the other parent that is a narcissist, it's kind of hard. It's like it's a double-edged sword. You can either become a narcissist or you become the opposite, like an empath, and there is where the separation is. Now, you can have narcissistic tendencies. We all do. I mean, everyone has their little selfishness here and there and, you know, narcissistic behavior. Everybody has that. That's just normal. That's just normal. That's just a normal way of life. We all have a little narcissism in us. But it's when it gets dangerous, when it really hurts the other person, that's when it's like, holy crap, are these people really out there? They're out there, folks. We're going to be talking about them. Now, the DSM-5, that's the Bible for psychology. That's the Bible that breaks all the psychological ailments and all the crazy stuff out there. It's going to break it down for you. Now, the oh my God, it's so hard to say. The DSM-5 was just recently updated, well, not recently, in 2013, from the DSM-4, because they wanted to add more traits. Now, there's 9 traits of narcissism. Now, they said if someone has 5 of these 9 traits, they are a narcissist. If someone has all 9 of them, run for the hills, right? So I'm going to break down the 9 traits that the DSM-5 says that this is what narcissism is. Now, number 1 is grandiose logic of self-importance. Now, let's break that down. Grandiose logic of self-importance. Now, listen, we all think that we're important, right? I mean, you got to. I mean, to have self-respect, you have to think that you're important. But when someone thinks that they're more important than you are, in the sense of, I'm going to get you first before you get me, or I'm going to hurt you first before you hurt me, that is one of the traits. Now, that's a bad trait, because a lot of them think that they're more important than you, and a lot of them think that they're more smarter than you, or they're better than you, or they're whatever. So that is number one. Number two is fixation on fantasies, and this one's a real important one. Fantasies of being successful, control, brilliance, beauty, idyllic love, like, oh, you know, just until I get this job, I'm going to be this. Or when I find this person, I'm going to be this. And that one, I think that's the trait that most of them all have, because they all think that they have this, until I get this, I'm going to get that. And that fixation on it, because I know a lot of narcissists, you know, I still talk to narcissists today, and I'm friends with some narcissists, and I've been involved with narcissists. They have that fixation of, it's gonna, just wait until you see what happens. Wait until you see how great I am, how successful I am. And I think that's a very important one. That one doesn't seem logical. Listen, everyone has to have that kind of feeling, like, you know, when you're trying to get ahead in life, you want to have that feeling of, you know, I want to work on showing you my success. Who wants to fail? Nobody wants to fail. I'm going to show you my success. I'm going to work on my success and stuff like that. But that's where it gets kind of tricky, because they really aren't successful. And we'll see through this that a lot of them aren't successful. A lot of them are just fucking bums. And we'll talk about that too. And the covert narcissists, we're going to talk about the covert narcissists. They are good looking. That's how they hide. They hide behind their looks and stuff like that. And they're really nothing but pieces of shit. But I'll go into that later. Jamie, behave. Anyway, number 3, DSM-5-3. Extraordinary and exceptional. They feel they're extraordinary and they feel they're exceptional. No one can understand them. Only people like them can understand that they are just they're friggin' fantastic. Now, does everybody think they're friggin' fantastic? I don't know. You know, you do to a certain degree, but you don't flaunt it. Hey, I'm this and I'm that and I'm wonderful, and, you know, it doesn't seem right. That's number 3. Number 4, a desire of unwanted admiration. Now, what they're saying in that is they want people to say, hey, you know, you're so terrific, you're so good, you're so great. And my family narcissists, they're like that. You're so terrific, you're so great. Oh, everybody loves you, everybody likes you. They want to be the life of the party. They want to be the friend of everyone. And in reality, everyone really doesn't like them. Everyone really doesn't. Number 5, a sense of entitlement. They feel that they deserve it. Listen, I deserve this. You got to give this to me. And that's really a very important one. That one probably has to be absolutely there. Number 6, interpersonal obsessive behavior. Now, what I mean by that is that they have this feeling that they're better than you. They could be your friend, but they have no education. Now, I have a friend. I won't mention names. You know I never do this. I'm not even going to mention gender. They have no education. They're uneducated. Barely passed high school. But this person knows more than me. I have 2 college degrees, right? Going on my 3rd college degree. And yet this person's like, I know more than you. I know more than you. There is like, when you see that, that's such a red flag. You got to run for the friggin' hills. Number 7, no form of empathy. Now that is got to be in all of them. If you're going to pick 5 out of the 9, that's going to be number 1, 2, or number 2. No form of empathy. They don't care. They don't care what happens. They don't care that they hurt you. They don't care that they made you cry. They don't care that they used you. The only empathy, and we're going to talk about covert narcissism, the only empathy is the empathy for themselves. They only feel the empathy from themselves. Oh, this person did me wrong, or this person did me wrong, and I feel really bad. They only have empathy for themselves. Now listen, regardless of narcissism, we're going to break for a second. Let me tell you something. If you meet someone that has absolutely no empathy, absolutely none for another human being, run for the fucking hills, because that person is either a psychopath, a killer, a narcissist, or just fucking borderline. Oh, we don't even want to talk about them. We're going to get to them too. Borderline. Run. Because someone that can't put, empathy is when you can put yourself in someone else's shoes and know what they're actually going through. That's what empathy is. And you don't actually have to go through it, but you can feel the pain that the other person is feeling. And if someone can't feel that, there's something seriously wrong with them. Really seriously wrong with them. Number 8, resentment of others, and think that others are resentful of them. They resent people like fucking hell. They resent your success. They resent that people love you. They resent that you have friends. They resent that. And believe me, they're going to resent that forever. That is a very important one. And finally, number 9 is the displayment of egotistical or conceited behaviors. And it's very funny with narcissism, because in reality, and we're going to break it down, they're really, they'll say that they're, they're very egotistical, they're very conceited, but in reality, they don't have any self-esteem. They really don't. They don't think highly of themselves, but they want you to think that they think highly of themselves. They have to keep that false image going. And if they don't, something is wrong. Something is wrong. So that is really important. I wanted to break that down with the DSM-5 because that is important. I want everyone to know that. Now we're going to talk about covert narcissists. Covert narcissists. Everybody knows a covert narcissist, right? Now, we're going to talk about in my next series, overt narcissists. It's easy to spot an overt narcissist, someone that's loud and boisterous, someone that's like, hey, shut the hell up, listen to me, and my family member is an overt narcissist. So it's easy to spot them. They're the ones that rage. They're the ones that scream and yell and try to use scare tactics, threaten. They're easy to spot. So that's what everyone really thinks. Hold on. Coffee break. That's when everyone thinks what a narcissist really is. But there's an overt narcissist. And an overt narcissist, there's very similarities to them. They kind of cross in between. But an overt narcissist is, I think, a lot smarter than a covert narcissist is a lot smarter than overt. And I'll tell you why. They know how to play the system. And they know how to get their victims and get their supplies. That's what it's called. It's called supplies. So a covert narcissist is very reserved, and their attitude is very subdued. Like, very humble, tendency to put themselves down. They're like very good looking. Also, they have attraction, their body's nice, their face is nice. They can be achievements. There are a lot more achievements than an overt narcissist is. So they can have good jobs or achieve in their looks, achieve in their body, achieve physically, and also achieve in your financial status too. But they're humble. They seem to put themselves down. Oh, nobody really cares about me. Right now I'm dealing with someone from my past, a guy that I was, involved with briefly, and now he's coming back around, and he's an overt narcissist. He's a covert narcissist. I mean, he's covert. He's overt, but he's mostly covert. He's always the victim. It's always happening to him. He'll get himself into situations, can't get himself out of the situations. Then finally, when the situations blow up, well, it's not my fault. I did it. I can hear him saying that to me. He's like, not my fault. I did everything I could. And that's what they do. They're very smug. They have a lot of smugness. They're better than you. They think they're better than you, even though they have very low self-esteem. But to you, they're going to say they're better than you. They're very passive-aggressive. Oh, passive-aggressiveness. Oh, that's like a video in itself. Passive-aggressiveness. Everybody knows someone that's passive-aggressive. You just want to fucking choke them. You just want to fucking choke them. Because you try to reason with these people. You try to talk to them. Yeah, all right, okay, I know. That's passive-aggressive. Because you know you did something fucking wrong and you don't want to admit it, but you want to lay it on the other person. And that's so fucked up. Okay. Covert narcissists. They envy others. They feel they deserve what the other person has. And this person that I'm dealing with, oh my God, do they envy others. And it's so funny. I believe that covert narcissists, they have every opportunity than we do. And different opportunity than overt narcissists, because they're underlining. You can't really hear them first. You can't really see the narcissism yet. So you wonder, to me, I say to myself, what the hell? Why is this person fucking up their life? This person had a great opportunity to be with the woman. Listen, she's no prize. She had a lot of problems. I guarantee it. That's true. But the woman opened up her house to him, introduced him to her children, which I think is totally wrong, but that's another story. That's another video for another day. Let him in the house, lovey-dovey. Oh, we see all this lovey-dovey stuff on Facebook. Oh, that's another. Don't believe anything you see on Facebook. It's all fucking fake. It's all fake and phony. Now he's gone. He left her and they broke up. And now, quickly, she demolished the relationship status. Unfriended him. Just like that. Real quick. You get rid of them right away out of your life. And they lack empathy. Not for themselves. They feel it. This guy feels it for himself. Oh, the woe me, She did me wrong. I didn't do anything. What did I do? I was good. I worked. I cleaned up. I watched her kids. Come on, dude. Terrible. Okay, what else? High sensitivity to criticism. Ugh. They get angry. They won't listen. They talk over you. I feel like they're being attacked. I'm being attacked. Why are you attacking me? Why don't you understand me? Grandiose fantasies. Just said it to me the other day. He's like, wait, watch. This is gonna be my year for me now. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show everybody. This is there. I'll show you one day. It's gonna happen. It's a vicious cycle. And then he'll go in and out of relationships and it'll end like that. Over and over and over again. Feeling of depression, anxiety, and emptiness. That's what he feels. You know what's the sad part? She introduced him to her kids, which is really sad. And those kids suffer because then they end up building, this is probably how future narcissists become. Or borderline personality disorders because they can't deal with people leaving them. The kids got close to him. The kids got, attached to him. And, the kids suffer. The kids suffer. He'll leave. And then there's those fucking kids, they're like, what happened? What happened to Uncle Nate? Yeah, just making up a name. What happened to Uncle Mike? What happened to Uncle Sam? Oh, he's gone. Here's your new uncle, Uncle John. You know what I'm saying? She's already got another boyfriend, moved right back in. Expectations not matching up with real life. I see it now in him. I didn't want to believe that he was a narcissist. I truly believe that he has borderline personality disorder. He's been abandoned many times in his life by his family. But it kind of goes hand in hand. They're kind of like cousins. Because if you suffer from narcissism, you suffer from borderline personality disorder, and vice versa. Because it's hard. As a child, you can't understand the distinction of why someone would leave you. Why, You know, mom brought this person in. I thought he loved us. I thought he wanted to be with us. And then kids, you know, internalize. They think it's their fault, you know. And probably these kids are very young. They're probably going to internalize all that shit. A tendency to hold grudges. Oh, how many times did he unfriend me and friend me back on Facebook? Unfriend me, friend me back on Facebook. Dude, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time for this. I've been through so much of narcissism in my entire life, and we're going to go through it, my series. I'm going to tell you about my life story and the abuse that I had as a child with narcissism, and my narcissistic husband that I married. That eventually, when all is said and done and you recognize narcissism and you learn narcissism, it's like you can actually pick it up like that. You know. Now, I have narcissistic friends. I can be friends with them. I can be friends with them. I can't have a relationship with them. Love relationship. Can't happen. Can I be friends with them? Yeah, I can. I can keep them at an arm's length. If I can keep them at an arm's length, I'm fine. I can handle it. Because I know who they are. I know what they are all about. And also, a covert narcissist has a feeling of inadequacies. They lead to projection. Now, what is projection? Oh, boy. Now, my ex-husband was a covert narcissist, so I knew this really well. They project what they do onto you. They project what they do onto you. You made me feel this way because of you. I did this because of you. Oh, my ex-husband was good about that. He would do all crazy things, but it was my fault. Because I didn't do this or I wasn't this. God. It's unconsciously taking unwanted emotions or traits that you don't like about yourself and you attribute them to someone else. And I think my ex-husband had a degree in that for projection. Because we're going to get into it with him. But is it unconscious? I mean, that's what the definition says, unconsciously. I don't think so. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. I don't know about my ex-husband. I don't know where he is. I know he lives up north. I know he's with a woman that he's been with for several years. A little bit about my life. I had 2 stepdaughters. When I met my ex-husband, they were 6 and 2. Kept in touch with them after I moved up here, up to the west coast of Florida. Was friends with them. Friends with them on Facebook, talked to them. I send them graduation gifts when they graduated from high school. Send them care packages in college. Send them, gifts when they got married. My oldest one, she had pictures of her wedding on Facebook, and I thought they were beautiful. So I got picture frames made of her and her husband, and I mailed that. And I sent that to the same young one. I did the same thing to her. About a couple of years ago, but maybe about 3 years ago, she unfriended me. She got back in touch with her dad. And it saddens me because I kept in touch with her. I talked to her mostly than the younger one. And I don't know, narcissists have a tendency to lie. They lie about everything. I mean, my ex-husband made a bunch of lies about me. I was going to kill him. I was going to do this. I was going to do that. Let me tell you something. If I'm going to kill somebody, they would have been dead a long time ago. Now, not to get into it. I don't want to get into it on this channel, but my ex-husband did something really bad, really illegal. And I was... how do I put this to where it's going to be private? I was contacted to get involved. Didn't want to get involved. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. The authorities contacted me and I got involved. Gave whatever I had. We'll leave it as that. Haven't talked to him in over 10 years. I have no idea what's going on with him. I know through stories of what my first older stepdaughter told me, that he was in a relationship with a woman that was a drug addict, that she was opiate abusive, and I don't know, he's probably doing the same thing too. Who knows? It's sad. It's sad. It really is sad. My anger for him is gone. It's been 10 years. I'm not angry anymore. I don't care. I don't care. The thing that hurts me the most is that whatever he told her, she unfriended me. She blocked me on Facebook. The younger one still friends me on Facebook. She's still there. She doesn't say much to me. I wished her happy birthday in March. I'm still there. I'm there for both of them. You know, was I a fantastic wife? Probably not. No, I wasn't. I wasn't a fantastic wife. I was so unhappy in that marriage that I got to put a picture on this one day about what I really look like. I was almost 200 pounds. I had blonde hair. It's fat as hell. I was unhappy. When you are with a narcissist, you are going to be very unhappy. You're going to be fucked up. You're not going to feel good. You're going to have a lot of ailments. Do I blame my ex-husband? Not really, because I kind of knew what I was getting, you know? I just didn't know the lingo. I didn't know what was a narcissist back then. I didn't know. You know, I got involved with him when he was still married. I should have known. But that's what they do. They sweet talk you. They get you into it. Didn't want to be married. I never wanted to be married. But I got married because all my friends were getting married. And I was like 36 years old, 35 years old. And I was like, oh shit, I better get married. Isn't that the most stupidest thing in the world? And that's how you fall victim to narcissists. Because they smell that desperation. They smell it. Now, I'm not saying it was all him. The bad things were him. He did illegal stuff. He did illegal stuff. Can I change that? I don't think I can. I mean, I tried to help, but I don't care. See, that's the whole thing. I don't care. I mean, the stories narcissists tell their loved ones and their friends and you know, the flying monkeys, that's what they're called, the flying monkeys. Well, she tried to kill me, and, you know, I make coffee every morning, you know, when we were still living together. I make coffee every morning. You drank the fucking coffee, dickwad. So I guess you didn't think I was trying to kill you. But it sounds good when you tell your daughters, listen, I think she's trying to kill me. You know, she made me leave mommy, you know, and that wasn't true. Mommy wanted to get rid of him. His first wife couldn't stand him. I don't know where he is. I think he's in North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't care. What bothers me is towards the end of our relationship, the lies were really not true. And he denied being married to me. And there was a time that I went to a doctor, and I thought, you know, we were going to the same doctor. And when I said, oh, you know, you take care of my husband, he's like, who's that? And I said, you know, my husband's name. He goes, he never told me he was married. That was really fucked up. Now, that was in the early years of me getting out of the abusive relationship. It was abusive, you know. Now, people say, what's an abusive relationship? You didn't get smacked around. You don't have to be smacked around. You don't have to be smacked around. Mental abuse, psychological abuse, when you're with a narcissist, that's even worse than anything in the world. It's 10 times harder. I suffer from depression, PTSD. You know, it's just part of my life. Does it get better? It gets a hell of a lot better. And I'll tell you what the answer is, because we're coming up to 30 minutes on this wonderful video. The answer to narcissism, the only way to get rid of narcissism, because there's no cure. So don't think you can cure these people. There's no fucking cure. The answer to narcissism, listen up, folks. No contact. That is the only answer. You got to get yourself out of the situation and have no contact, like those people never existed. That's the only way you can get better. That's what I do with my family member. It hurts, man. But when you realize all the damage they've done to you, and all the pain and all the hurt they've done to you, it's not worth it. This is my new theory, and we're coming into 30 minutes. I'm not living a lie anymore. You know, a lot of people live lies, and they're like, well, we got to make everything okay. You know, it's the family, and I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle. A toxic person is a toxic person. And the only way you're going to get a better life or try to get out of that toxic cycle is to get rid of them. To get rid of them. Well, this was my new video, step 1 of our 4-part on narcissism. This is Jamie Carmel. Welcome to New Attitude with Jamie Carmel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs like button if you like this topic. We had a serious topic today. You see, I can be serious. We're going to have so much more on this channel. We're going to be talking about the keto paleo diet now. I went from keto to paleo. Ooh, that's another topic. We don't have time. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to do recipes. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some outside stuff. We're going to do also more stuff because of the virus. Stay home. Be safe. We're going to, once everything opens up, we're going to get back out there. We're going to do some live stuff. This is Jamie Carmel with New Attitude with Jamie Carmel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Tough stuff. Stay away from narcissists. Have a wonderful day.